Good afternoon, everyone. Kilimanjaro 88, and today we're finally going to do the review of the WeTech M16A1 gas rollback rifle. I did shoot a Vietnam War impression loadout with this recently, so if you want to go check that video out, you're more than welcome to. I also have an unboxing of this if you want to go check that out as well. So we're getting into the review of the rifle. There's only 3 plastic parts on this gun, and that include the stock, pistol grip, and handguards. Everything else about this weapon is made of metal, or very good high quality metal, and we'll get into that just now. So starting with the stock, of course, I've mentioned it's plastic, really high quality, has a nice finish to it. Got a metal butt plate here. Opens up. This being the gas blowback rifle, it is hollow. Normally on an AEG type M16, this is where your battery would be stored. It's got a really nice finish to it. You can feel it on the stock. Got a metal sling mount back here. Moving up to the receiver, it is constructed of really high quality aluminum. Sadly, there are no trades, but it does have a really nice texturized finish. Your bolt catch is metal, charging handle, fire selector switch. We'll get into these two just a little bit. Forward assist is metal. Your dust cover and your bolt, of course, are metal. The dust cover has a really nice texturized finish to it. And your carry handle, which is fixed, damn thing does it again, is metal. Your rear sight is metal. Delta ring is metal. Your handguards are plastic. It's a triangular style. It even has like the imitation heat shields, which are a really nice touch. And a functioning gas tube, this being again a gas blowback rifle. Trigger guard, trigger are metal. Pistol grip is plastic. It is hollow. Again, this is not an AEG. This is normally where your motor would be housed, but in this case, this emulating the real M16. It does not have that, and it feels really nice to the touch. Normally I have a Tokyo Marui M16A2. There's a notch down here for the A2, the M16A2 and M4s. The A1s and the original M16s did not have that. It actually feels really nice for a change. It's thin, conforms to your hand really well. As opposed to, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the Tokyo Marui and the AEG type M16s, where it's really thick. And after all, your hand gets a little bit sore holding it, like this all day long. Again, going back to the handguard, just made of plastic. It does creak a little bit, but overall not too bad. I've seen a whole lot worse, and I've heard a whole lot worse. Just gotta be very careful. You don't want to sit on this thing or fall on it. It can break. You've got a metal front sight and front sight post, and if you even look, they even wrote engraved up into it. It is adjustable for windage. Got a metal bayonet lug, metal front sling mount here, metal outer barrel, which is smooth. It does not have cooling fins, or I used to call them spirals, on the outer barrel, like the A2. The A2, A3, and A4 have the cooling fins on the barrel. The A1 didn't have that. And as you can see, I've added a 3-prong flash hider by JG. And there is the inner barrel over there. I'm pretty sure it's the same length as an AG M16 inner barrel, although I think it's a little bit longer. It's really nice. I'm not sure if it's a 6.04 or 6.05. I'm not too smart when it comes to gas blowback, although it's something that I'm getting really interested in. Okay, now the functions of this rifle. You have a 20 round magazine. It's loaded by right here on the top. You have to use a special loading tool to load it. Your gas goes at the bottom. And as I mentioned in the Vietnam impression, as far as storing magazines in your magazine pouch, it's going to be a little bit thicker, so therefore you're not able to carry as much M16 mags as the real steel M16 mags, at least with the pouches that I was using. So just So you know ahead of time before you buy this rifle, just to keep some, keep that in mind. Okay, now the selector switch. As you can see, it doesn't drop into full auto right away. What you gotta do is you gotta pull the bolt back, lock it, then you're able to switch it from semi to full auto. I thought that was a really cool feature. I'm not sure if it's like that on the real AR-15, real M16s, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not too certain, but I think that's pretty cool. And when you pull the hammer back, the cycle starts all over again. So you go back to safe, drop it into semi, but you can't put it into full auto unless you rack the bolt. Then you're able to pull the trigger. So to release it, you hit the bolt catch, and the forward assist actually does work. So say the bolt goes about maybe here. Push the forward assist, it drives it home. So in case you're wondering what a forward assist actually does, that's what it actually does. Let's see what else. The sights, as you can see, the rear sight is now adjustable for elevation. That would not come out until they release the M16A2. Hopefully one day WeTech does make an M16A2 for people who are interested in doing like 90s loadouts, like Operation Desert Storm, Gothic Serpent, which I've done, Somalia, all the way up I guess until Afghanistan and Iraq more recently. So hopefully WeTech releases the M16A2 one day. That'd be so different and neat. Because right now all I got is my Tokyo Marui. Again, that's not a bad thing. Tokyo Marui, as I say, is my bread and butter, my roots, my foundation, my beginnings for everything, and I trust them. But just for some, just to have something different would be really nice. And as I mentioned, the dust cover, which does not stay in place for some reason, has a nice parkerized finish to it. And as I mentioned it in the unboxing video, the rifle does come apart, and the pins do actually stay in place when you take the rifle apart. So there you can see your hammer and your bolt assembly and all that good stuff. Sick. Okay, now bayonet. I've got one. Just picked this up recently. I got the scabbard for it too. It won't fit with the Birdcage flash hider. I mean with the 3-prong flash hider. What you gotta do, you gotta have a Birdcage flash hider, because this is the one that will fit over. So if you're using the 3-prong, sorry, that's not gonna happen. You have to go over to a Birdcage. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Dime a dozen. Okay, sorry about that. Video cut out on me. So, going back, the Birdcage flash hider didn't appear until later in Vietnam. I think 69, maybe 68. So to mount the bayonet, you gotta have this on. It won't fit otherwise. So mine came with an ugly plastic Birdcage flash hider. It was so bright orange, I hated it. It comes off. You can use like a blowtorch or something. I just took it off with some channel locks and I turned it counterclockwise, clockwise. So with the Birdcage flash hider on, you are able to put bayonet on. So you pinch 2 tabs down here, and voila, you got yourself an M16A1 with the bayonet, and it looks fabulous. It makes the rifle so much cooler. But in case you were wondering, you will take a bayonet, just not with the 3-prong flash hider, sadly. So that pretty much wraps up the review of this rifle. For Vietnam reenactors, I would definitely recommend it. It is going to suck some gas, so you're going to have to spend some money on green gas or propane, whatever substance you prefer to use. Or gas, I should say, you prefer to use. It's very realistic. As I mentioned earlier, if you really want to be hardcore and a purist about things, or ultra realistic, you can buy lowers with the Colt trades, full Colt trades, but you gotta go overseas to get them. I saw them in the UK, like Airsoft Global or Land Warrior Airsoft. Really nice. But yeah, that pretty much covers the review of the WeTech M16A1. The next WeTech gas blowback I plan to get is the XM177, which is the carbine version of the M16A1. And praying for it, the Thompson they just released. The M1A1 Thompson. One day. Hopefully next year. Mahalo for watching and Happy New Year.